Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over guitar tab, tonic solfa, graphic scores, drum notation, chord charts, and lead sheets. In doing this, I will explain what it is, how it works, and why it's important. Guitar tab is a way of writing music specifically for guitar. Instead of showing pitch using traditional staff notation, tab shows which string to play, which fret to press, and when to play it, if the rhythm is included. Tab uses 6 horizontal lines representing the 6 strings of the guitar. Numbers written on the lines tell you which fret to press. The example I've included means play the 3rd fret on the low E string. Guitar tab is important because it's easier to read than staff notation for beginners. It shows exact finger placement, it includes guitar-specific techniques, it allows players to quickly learn songs without reading traditional notation. However, tab sometimes does not clearly show rhythm, so many musicians combine tab with standard notation. Tonic solfa is a system used to teach pitch and sight singing. Instead of using letter names, ABC, it uses syllables, do, re, mi. Each syllable represents a note of the scale, based on the key of the music. In tonic solfa, do, the tonic or the home note, other notes are named based on their relationship to do. The system focuses on relative pitch, how notes relate to each other, not fixed letter names. For example, in the key of C major, do is C, re is D, mi is E, fa is F, so is G, la is A, T is B, and do is C but an octave higher. Tonic solfa is important because it develops strong pitch awareness, it improves sight singing skills, it strengthens understanding of key and tonality, it helps musicians recognize intervals, and it builds listening and memory skills. A graphic score is a way of writing music using symbols, shapes, colors, lines, and imaging instead of traditional notation. Unlike staff notation, graphic scores do not always show exact pitches, may not show exact rhythms, and often leave interpretation up to the performer. Instead of reading notes, performers interpret visual elements such as thick lines, louder sounds, thin lines, quieter sounds, raising shapes, pitch getting higher, jagged shapes, harsh or sudden sounds, smooth curves, flowing sounds. Graphic scores are important because they encourage creativity, develop interpretation skills, allow performers to make musical decisions, help beginners compose without needing full notation skills, explore textures, timbre, dynamics, and structure in new ways. They focus less on exact pitch and more on sound exploration. There are 3 types of graphic scores. The first one is abstract graphic scores, which use shapes, patterns, and lines. The second is structured graphic scores, which combine images with clear instructions, which may include timing guides and sometimes include dynamics or instrument suggestions. And 3, pictorial scores. These use pictures to represent sounds. Common in classroom compositions. Example, a lightning bolt means a loud crash. Drum notation is a way of writing music specifically for the drum kit and percussion instruments. Unlike melodic instruments, drums are unpitched, each line or space represents a different drum or cymbal, and the rhythm is the most important element. Drum notation is written on a 5-line stave, but instead of showing the pitch, the position shows which part of the kit to play, and a percussion clef is used to show that the notes on the stave are for percussion instruments. Drum notation is important because it clearly shows rhythm and coordination, helps drummers read complex patterns, allows drummers to rehearse efficiently, and communicates drum parts in a professional music. Chord charts. A chord chart is a simplified way of writing music that shows the chord names instead of every individual note. It tells musicians what harmony to play, not exactly how to play it. Instead of writing notes on a stave, a chord chart looks something like this. Each symbol represents a chord. C equals C major, G equals G major, AM equals A minor, and F equals F major. Chord charts are important because they allow musicians to play together quickly, encourage improvisation, are easy to read in live settings, are easy to understand and help new guitarists learn chords, help musicians understand harmony. They focus on the harmonic structure of a song rather than detailed notation. Lead sheets. A lead sheet is a type of musical notation that shows melody written in standard staff notation, with chord symbols written above it. It combines the tune, the chords, and usually the lyrics. Unlike a full score, a lead sheet does not show full instrumental parts, exact voicings, detailed textures. It gives performers the essential music information and allows them to interpret the rest. A simple lead sheet might look like melody on a stave, chord symbols like C, G, A, M, F above the stave, and lyrics written underneath. A lead sheet is usually used for one instrument, and it shows a single instrumentalist what to play. So it would show the guitarist what parts they are playing and what notes to play at what time. Lead sheets are important because they clearly show the main melody, provide harmonic structure, allow flexibility for accompaniment, make rehearsals efficient. Lead sheets typically include treble clef melody line, time signature, key signature, chord symbols above the stave, lyrics if it's a song, and repeat signs and structure markings. That's all for today. I hope it's helped.